Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm the King, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have some really exciting news for you guys. In yesterday's video, we spoke about the possibility of seeing two new reworked maps coming on into the game, and we were giving our speculations on what those maps could be. Today we have confirmation of what exactly those two maps are going to be, and we're going to talk about it in this video. Before we jump on into this, as you're watching this video, we are live on Twitch. Come out and say hello. We've been live every single day of the week, getting back into the grind of things and just doing our thing. So it'd be amazing if you guys can stop by, say hello. We'll be on for a few hours today. With that being said, we can go ahead now and talk about the reworked maps. So Dead by Daylight tweeted out, "The game or the Crotus Prenn Asylum, make your choice. New concept art for the next graphical update." So here we go. We have the full-on concept art of the new graphical update that is going to be coming out into Dead by Daylight. Let's go ahead and take a look at these images. I'm actually just going to move my cam here so you guys can actually see it a little bit better. We'll move it over to this side and you guys can have a better view of it. All right, let's take a look. We have the interior of the main section of the Crotus Prenn Asylum. And geez, I just want to point out, every time the art team and the graphical team always kill this every single time. I have never been disappointed with anything that they've put out. Now again, this is just concept art, so if you're looking for palettes or windows or vaults, you're not really going to see anything. It's just concept art. And we're likely to see what it actually looks like in-game very soon, because normally when they show us the concept art, the next few days they show us what it looks like in game, so stay tuned for that. But for now, let's digest what we have in front of us. We can see that this is the main area. If you notice right here, this is typically where the basement is. There's normally a pallet here, and if you walk over here, you got stairs that go up, and there's normally a vault that comes around here that you can jump down. Doesn't really look like they have much there unless this is just curving in. You can see that the windows are completely different. Very, very, very interesting choice of design. It looks very sinister, to say the least. This really does look like an abandoned asylum. You have the burned wood that is all over the floor from the entity, of course, that is burning through everything and digesting the map himself or itself. And then, of course, you have the little basement area. And if you take a look outside, all you see is just dense, thick fog. You don't see much going on, and the fog seeps in as well. It looks very eerie, very quiet. Take a look at the walls. All of the paint chippings are just falling off. It's so beautiful. And of course, you can see the hole. It looks like there's a hole up here that maybe you can fall through from the first floor and jump on down. So the first image that we received looks really, really awesome, and it's setting the tone to what's to come. The next image we have here is the actual place where normally people would loop, and this is normally a vault, obviously blocked off, and sometimes it is blocked off in the actual game as well. We can see that the vines and the grass are overgrowing into this place, and we can see all of the random junk that is piled up here. We have some wood, we have some spring bed frames, we have the shutters for the doctor's office, a wheelchair, and then you can see all the brick on the wall showing the era of when this map came out. And then again, some more vines growing on in. Parts of this are missing huge chunks of glass, and we see a yellow tint on the outside of the map, which is quite interesting because when you think of the Crotus Prenn, it's normally like a dark purplish kind of corner color. So maybe they just did this so we could see it properly, or maybe that's a hint of what color the map is going to look like moving on forward. We also get to see some cut down wires and more of the fiery entity marks all over the place, of the entity basically taking this realm for itself. Pretty interesting stuff. And of course, we see the two entrances with the two doors, and they look pretty standard and pretty nice. Not much more to say about this. It's just absolutely amazing. And now we can move on forward to the next map. Now, the next map we have on the list is The Game. I'm very excited about this one. This is where most people got it wrong. We all expected to get Coldwind Farm or something like that, but we have The Game. So let's take a look. As you can see, it just looks super industrialized compared to what we're used to. Normally when you go into the game, you just think about, it's just a game, it's pretty dark, and that's pretty much it. Now it's the complete opposite. There's so much lights around, it's super bright, and it just looks like you're in a factory. It looks like a meat plant. It makes a lot of sense. You can see the orange and white on the wall, and just everything they've done about this just makes it look more of a meat plant. You have the industrialized lights going around, and obviously there's not too much going on in the back because this is just concept art, but you can see what most of the stairs are going to be looking like. You can see the nice concrete floors, nice concrete ceilings, all the pipes running around. Got very wonderful doors here. If you guys remember, we had doors similar to this in the original, and now they just look like they're way up in quality. And we got the exit signs, more brick walls over here, and yeah, I mean, this looks pretty damn good. And let's take a look at the second one, which gives us a lot more to digest, which is the upper part of the Gideon meat plant. And man, oh man, just take a look at that. Everything just looks amazing. Let's start off with the amazing door that's open here that leads down. We got all the chains running around. You can see chains like literally everywhere. All of the boxes. I'm sure the boxes might have some more details on it. Before they used to have cheese on it. So it'll be interesting to see what the boxes have on them this time around. Of course, we can also see stuff in the back here, which just looks like a bunch of junk just piled up there, you know, from working through the meat plant. And then we get all of the air vents, more industrialized lights, fans, so much new things. And then we have a blue and white aesthetic going on upstairs compared to the orange and white that is happening downstairs. More boxes all around, and then the yellow spray paint on the floors and some barrels around. Nice to see the barrels are still here. This sets the tone of what's going to be happening. And if you guys also remember, here's another little thing. We had the doors that move side to side when you pop the gen. Now we have the doors that looks like they're going to move up, kind of like a garage door, and it just pulls up rather than open left and right, which makes a lot more sense and would be pretty damn cool. It's interesting that they also went with the Gideon meat plant and not something like the Coldwind farm that has a lot more variations. Maybe this means we're going to get something with the Saw DLC, some more information about that. I guess we'll have to wait and see until the time is right. But it's pretty interesting that they picked the game. This is one of the first licensing maps besides Bad and Preschool that they decide to rework, which is quite interesting. Maybe we'll see some Piggy cosmetics or Piggy changes coming on in, which I wouldn't mind whatsoever. Piggy definitely needs it, so it would be pretty awesome. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much going to wrap up the changes that we got to the maps. As soon as we get the in-game designs of what these actually look like in-game, I'll be sure to share the video with you guys. But this is pretty awesome. We're seeing the game, we're seeing the Crotus Prenn Asylum completely being reworked, revamped, and reimagined, and it's going to be amazing. Of course, we don't see any pallets or lockers or breakable walls because this is just concept art, but when we do see that, we can actually see how much breakable walls there are, how much pallets, etc., etc. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like down below and share it with your friends. Again, we're live on Twitch. Please come on out. We're going to be streaming for a little bit. Again, we've been streaming every single day, so I'd appreciate any support. With that being said, I'm the King. I tip my crown to you guys, and we'll see you in the fog.